does this church mean to me? Family, faith, and friends, forever. I call Wallingford Press my church home for many reasons. Mostly it's because I've been here almost every Sunday for all of my 60 years. It's a habit I can't seem to break. Not that I've tried. Where else would I rather be on a Sunday morning? Right here. I've grown up my whole life hearing about all the connections I have with our church and what has gone on here before me. Back in the day, around 1890, my great-grandmother brought her twin little girls to Sunday school here, where they earned little prayer books for good attendance and memorizing Bible verses. I remember classes in the primary room downstairs, where my parents actually had their reception following their wedding in 1946. But upstairs in Fellowship Hall, we had Bible drills in the 60s, boys versus girls. Bobby Rowland and I were fierce rivals. I loved trying to recite the books of the Bible in order. Singing helps. Around 1915, my grandmother and her friends were part of the Wallingford Church Tennis Club, right here on the lawn, which is now the commuter parking lot. As a kid, I enjoyed playing volleyball there during Sunday night fellowship. Back in the day, in the 1940s, my mom and dad were part of a group of 20-somethings called Christian Endeavor, who came together as Christian friends, producing plays here and joining with others at Christmas carols around the board, celebrating other countries' traditions with food and families, like our twice-a-year family night suppers. Our sons loved putting on plays, too, like Godspell, in Jonathan's senior year with the same 17 kids who had grown up together from the first grade through commissioning and graduation. During the 1950s, our church building grew too, and we added on with a sanctuary. And in 1972, at our wedding, I remember being in the new narthex, waiting to come down the same aisle as my mother and my grandmother. Back in the day, from 1900 on, through my family to now, I love being part of preparing for, celebrating, and cleaning up communion. Dad has told me that his grandmother would gather the communion cups in a tablecloth and carry them home in a basket to wash them because there was no kitchen. And it's a tradition that I like sharing with others today. What I most remember is being part of and leading small groups. I love circle meetings and Bible studies and charisma and discipleship, being part of the choir and parents of 2-year-olds support group. I love adult forum class, caregiver support group, and Stephen ministry. I've had opportunities for mission when I went with the group to Mississippi, and opportunities for leadership when I was chairperson of the Strawberry Festival and Women's Association for a few years, as my mom and my grandma had done. Bible studies and meetings, weekly and monthly, is where I have met and continue to be involved with some of my very best friends. Back in the day, our church was started in answer to God's call to come together in a community of faith and fellowship. It's where I am closer to my family and my faith than anywhere else. Thanks for being my family all these years.